day 8 on the Maricopa Trail. We are back out at Granite Mountain Trailhead, which is part of the McDowell Sonoran, the Scottsdale McDowell Sonoran Preserve, administered obviously by the city of Scottsdale. It is windy, which is good because it's a cool wind. It's hazy. I've already got my pollen alert today. And so the wind means that we're not going to be able to use our umbrellas, which is unfortunate because it's supposed to be like 90 degrees today. So hopefully this breeze keeps up and it stays cool. We're getting a start this morning about 9:30, almost 9:45, thanks to Nightcrawler's nephew Brogan, who brought us back out here. We had a couple of days off, so my knees are feeling better. I went to a chiropractor for the first time in like forever. I was told that I needed to do this, so that kind of felt great. So we'll see how the knees hold up, but I do have knee braces for this round, and a couple of other gear changes. Unfortunately, I don't own a long sleeve shirt anymore. What the hell? So I have to wear the sleeves again, which means that I'm probably going to get a bigger, weird little wedge type tail. So attractive. At any rate, we're going to get this party started. We have a little bit over 2 miles to go to get to the Fracefield Trailhead. We stashed like 2.5 gallons of water over so we'll head there first and camel up on water there, and then we'll continue forward to McDowell Mountain Regional Park. All right, the Turpentine Trail is supposed to be the Maricopa Trail as well, even though there's not a little blaze built into the sign like there was on there have been on all the other signs. But this is the correct way, so there it is. Woohoo! All right, we're on the right track. What the heck is going on up there? Awesome! Off track already. Okay, got away from the damn parking lot yet. Oh well, good times. Well, this is a weird looking saguaro. I don't usually have. This is like got roid rage. Back in the boulders at Granite Mountain. This is such a cool park. And now that we're out here, I should probably put the sun leggings on too. The wind going makes the umbrella difficult to use, if not entirely useless. Oh, that's a fun rock up there. It kind of reminds me of little Simba. All right, we're heading south out of the northern part, or the northern section of the Scottsdale McDowell Sonoran Preserve. So many words. We're getting closer to that little pokey mountain I like over there, and that little lump actually has, oh no, I can't see it anymore. It has like a counterpart at the top of Granite Mountain, like separated at birth, pokey things on top of the hill. All right, so we are approaching the Fracefield Trailhead, which is also in the Scottsdale McDowell Sonoran Preserve. By the time I get super good at saying that, we'll be gone to the next park, and I'll be trying to figure out how the hell to say that one. So far, it's warm, but not miserable, thanks to the breeze. See, there's a little pokey guy. What's up, pokey guy? Oh, now I can't see the little pokey guy on Granite Mountain. Bummer. All right, nice stop here at the Fracefield Trailhead. We met one of the stewards for the conservancy, the McDowell Sonoran Preserve Conservancy. Oh my gosh, listen, this is like a run-on sentence, but it's just a title. Named John. He was really cool. We talked to him a little bit about the preserve, and then also the Maricopa Trail. He's got a buddy who works for the who's part of the Maricopa Trail and Park Foundation, which is the non-profit partner for the trail itself. All right, real super cool dude. We filled up on water. We used almost the entire 2.5 gallons. We're each carrying out 4 liters because even though we're gonna amend our route for today a little bit, going into McDowell Regional Park because it's later than we expected, and I expected to get hotter, so we may need to go slower and take more breaks. Our goal is to get to the Ironwood Campground at McDowell Regional Park, where we can camp this evening and there will be water. So without further ado, are you ready?
Ready.
We're ready. So it's supposed to be like 90 degrees today, so we're lucking out right now. There's a little bit of cloud in the sky, which helps so much. In between the clouds and the breeze, it's definitely not 90 yet, but it's also when there is full sun like this, very impactful. You just go slow. We probably shouldn't be going at all in a couple of hours, you know, like might have to sit and take a break during the hottest part of the day, like all the animals do, and then get back to it when it starts to cool down. And I imagine tomorrow morning we'll probably be up super early if we can't figure out some other way to get the McDowell Mountain Regional Park stuff done, because we have to backtrack or double down or double do a 4.4 mile segment of that trail in order to do the entirety of the Maricopa Trail. But it's a loop with 2 strings off it at either end, so that's a pain in the ass. So there's just no way around, or there's no way to avoid the backtracking. There's no real roads around it either, so unfortunately we're gonna be stuck with having to do that one part twice. We'll see how it works out when we get there. All right, we just crossed Rio Verde Road. I think it's Rio Verde. But, so now we're like, they call this trail the gooseneck, mainly because, I'm pretty sure it's because of the shape of the land that the preserve takes in this section. This is hilarious. Keep your loose livestock to yourselves. Like hooker horses, or what does this mean? I don't get it. Promiscuous cows. More fun with rocks. And one thing that this preserve has plenty of is fun rock formations. A little mushroom rock over there. And that weird critter over there. Ooh, that's a fun pastime. Look at the clouds, like in their weird lines too. There's like somebody raked it. Yeah, back in the 80s, all those cokeheads would be like, what? Hell yeah. All right, 1.4 miles to the regional park and the boundary of this park. Ooh, wind's starting to pick up. Probably not to take this umbrella down soon. Been wrestling with it ever since I popped it to start with, and it hasn't even been this windy. But hey, at least there's cloud cover too, so that's nice. And the breeze feels good. All right, nice views. We got a little cloud cover right now, so that's nice. I had to give up on my umbrella. It was making me enraged. Oh my gosh, the wind out here, and this trail like basically twists you around in every single direction. So at some point you're going out of the wind, and if your umbrella is affixed to you, as mine was to me, thanks to Nightcrawler's assistance, then it's hard to lean it in to the wind and keep walking forward all the time. says. Like, well, whatever. So I have my hat back on. It's overcast. The breeze and the wind are still going, which makes life pretty damn tolerable out here. It's awesome. This is beautiful. It's super hazy that away, which is a little bit of a bummer. You know, it's not good air to breathe. We're breathing it anyway, and will be for the next couple of weeks. Phoenix, unfortunately, has a pretty significant air pollution problem. We talked about that on our attempt to do this trail last year. Nice views though. Oof. Mountains, layers of mountains for days. And then it's behind us. All right, we are at McDowell Mountain Regional Park. Thanks for everything. Scottsdale, McDowell, Sonoran Preserve. Actually, I think we walked through there again. We walked through the south portion after this. And, oh, cool. There's like a little shade spot here. Awesome spot to go have a sit for a minute because we haven't really sat since we started. It's like midday, so there's not much of shade. So this is fantastic. Woo-hoo. Another milestone, another park. Look at this cool little picnic bench thing we found here, right at the border of the Preserve and McDowell Mountain Regional Park. This is awesome. This area is clearly more popular with bicyclists than anybody, as evidenced by this sign to whoever has been stealing the tools and supplies at Jackass Junction, which is maybe where we are now. May you ride Huffies in hell for eternity. Yeah, Huffies. Ugh, screw those. That's kind of cool. They have like the little bike fixer station over there. And we thought there might be a logbook in the mailbox, but it's kind of more like a hiker box type thing, but with nothing good in it. Oh, place to tie your horse up, shady picnic table. People apparently come out here and drink their beers. And I guess if you are gonna leave a trace, leaving it in a place like this where they expect you to do it, it's all right. I like to call this little composition Wind Through the Trash. It's gonna be a great hit. Mark my word. All right, nice little sit. Isn't that a great spot? Look at that. Ah, the calming sound of wind beer can chimes, a skeleton to greet you, nice views. We've seen at least 3 mountain bikers whiz by real fast. Anyway, it's about 2 o'clock. We were gonna go to the campground from here, but it's still, there's so many hours a day left. We're just gonna go ahead and go the way I had originally planned, but probably skip the nature center since it closes at 4, and we will be. We're definitely not making 8.8 miles in 2 hours. And the idea right now is to just move, but not move in a way that requires exertion. Don't try to run. We're in no rush. Just trying to not get too thirsty or dehydrated. Oh, hey, look what I spy with my little eye. Haha! He thinks he's been playing by himself this whole time, but no, I am just not that observant. But hey, point, super classy. Pretty parks. This is cool. There's some more fun with boulders out there. Neat. This is the Pemberton Trail. Actually, the Pemberton Trail does a loop, and that is what the Maricopa Trail does in this particular park. It means we have to double track a 4.2 mile section because we came in on a little stick and we exit on a little stick, but it's a different little stick. So we'll be hitting that. That's the coach whip trail, is how we get out of this park. That'll be tomorrow's problem. Look at all these improbably and precariously tilted rocks on the ridge up there. There's a whole bunch at the top. That's crazy. How have they not fallen down yet? Wonders never cease. So it's about 3 o'clock and oh my God. Luckily it's a little bit overcast again, because that and this breeze are the only things that are keeping us from being killed dead by this heat and sun. Oh my goodness. That said though, I still had to sit down for a while. I was actually starting to feel a little bit nauseous from the sun exposure because there wasn't any breeze, although I was like fighting with my umbrella. Unfortunately, the wind was coming from one way and the sun was coming from another way. So it was mainly just wrestling the umbrella and getting the least amount of shade that you could possibly get while holding an umbrella. It's just a little bit annoying. But hey, we found a nice wash with a little bit of shade in it. Chill out for a little while. This is the worst part of the day heat-wise. Although with the overcast and the breeze, it doesn't get so bad. But man, when that sun comes out and starts blazing, it is brutal, brutal, brutal out here. Definitely within that 90-degree range that we were promised today. It's going to be a long rest of this trail. We are definitely out here too late trying to do this, but it's too late now. We're already out here, so it is what it is. We're going to finish it, but it just means a lot of probably hiking in the dark and hiking in the early morning and hiking in the evening. And then the hot part of the day, we'll do like the animals do, hide. All right, we are on the move again. Oof. This is kind of like the hot version of layering up and down. Instead of puffy windbreaker rain jacket, it's sun umbrella, sleeves, hat. And I was sitting at that last little wash. I just took my dress off entirely to try and cool down a bit because my core temperature was definitely way too high. I could feel it. Hey, this is desert hiking. Can be dangerous, very dangerous, but it remains beautiful. And we just have to keep stopping. We have to keep stopping. No big deal. Beats dying. I love how the shadows play on the landscape out here. And it's a little hazy, but I think it just kind of makes it, lemons to lemonade, I guess. It makes it look a little more dreamy. We're just walking in a dreamscape. We are getting up to a trail junction. There's a bench here. I like how they have the benches in random places. I mean, this is a really nice view spot. However, unfortunately, somebody took a surface shit right behind the bench, which is people, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the outdoors and outdoor etiquette, that's fucking gross. I mean, Jesus, who does that? At any rate, it's gonna be fun listening to him like, rah! But come on, man, you don't surface shit right where people sit. Like, nobody's gonna pick that up. Nobody's gonna come out and clean that. It's in biohazard. So now we don't even know who that bench is dedicated to, but man, feel sorry for them and their family. It's not a very good memorial for those poor people. Look how busy this guy has been. He's been chonking off little bits of himself all over the place for years. He's everywhere. I feel so lucky right now. Thank you, clouds and the frontal breeze. Oh my goodness. I barely have this hat on just because it was super hot earlier. But we're coming up to what looks like another shade ramada. Yay! Hopefully we can sit in there for a minute and nobody has taken a surface shit in it like at the last bench we saw. What the hell? Come on, Pete. This is ridiculous. But yeah, nice. We're getting, I think, close to the Coach Whip Trail. So the part we're doing right now is actually the part that we'll be doing again. And then like this 4.2 mile stretch, something like that, 4.4 miles, that we'll have to walk again to get out of this loop. It's kind of like European vacation, except Big Ben is just a big circle of desert. But in the meantime, enjoy this, because tomorrow when we do this again, I anticipate it's probably going to be pretty early. The sun will be in an entirely different place. I'm sure it'll be beautiful again. Just to get the heck out of here and get the climb done with tomorrow morning, hopefully before it gets too late and hot, because we're looking at temperatures in the 90s for the next several days, except tomorrow. It's supposed to be only 88. Blech. Crazy. But hey, when the weather is like this, is overcast like this, and there's some breeze, this is eminently doable. So hopefully it'll keep it up. All right, nice little break and reprieve here at the Zen Zone. They have all these little motivational signs and flags, and some asshole left their mask. Jerk, whatever. But I think this one's funny. All cyclists go to heaven, except for you, surface shitter. You do not get to go to heaven. Oh, and according to the last Ramada we were at, neither do the people that steal the tools. They're going to Huffy Hell. Hey, right? This is kind of cute. I like it. It's a nice little place. I love that they have these, obviously they're mainly for mountain bikers, but hey, we don't discriminate. This is such a pretty park. Oh, I'm so glad to be walking away from the sun. It started to bust out from behind the clouds, and I was just like, oh my God. I felt like a Dracula. I was just like sizzling out here. I could probably hear my skin frying. Although I'm wearing leggings this time, I can still feel the sun just like burning me right through them, which is unfortunate. Hopefully they're doing their job, preventing me from getting any more burned than I already was from the first go. At which time I didn't take leggings out the first time, so my calves definitely fried a bit. Look at this view. It's just super pretty out here. What a nice park. It's actually been a pretty damn awesome day, despite the heat and the intense sun. It's interesting. This is called McDowell Mountain Park. We don't actually get to McDowell Mountain for most of the park. Maybe we sort of go behind it, I think, on the Coach Whip Trail to exit the park. That'll be tomorrow. But mainly, like, we're walking just kind of a big circle around this, which is fine too. It's a beautiful desert. Yeah, it's like 5:25. We just had a little sit at the last trail junction. We've completed 2 sides of the loop within the park, so now we're headed back. So we're in a northerly direction toward the nature center and all the campgrounds and all of the facilities or whatever in the park. So we'll see. I think it's probably still like maybe 3 to 5 miles from here. I'm not sure. At any rate, we'd be getting there at or after dusk, which is cool. Not really sure where we're gonna stay yet. I had planned on us staying at the Ironwood Campground. That's like north of the nature center and like an extra mile off the McDowell Park loop. So if we don't have to stay there, that would be ideal. Ideally, we make friends with some people visiting and just like take up a teeny tiny corner in their site. You know, most of these people are bringing in, you know, fully contained campers anyway. So theoretically, what do they care if we post up on a small section of their real estate for the evening? So that's the hope. Just have to turn on the charm. I've been practicing my A#1 smile. This poor guy. It's kind of cool. I mean, like really all you can see is this rusted ass water tank that people have shot up. Very helpful for containing water. But what's cool is that there was a ranch house here built out of mud and saguaro ribs. That's pretty amazing. I would have liked to see that. Too bad the picture on the sign is all faded out. They have it fenced off. They have the nothing that's left fenced off. So we just passed the road to the nature center and the main campgrounds. The nature center is I think like 0.7 off the loop. But I saw that there's a trailhead staging area with a host a little bit further up the trail. So I'm hoping that we can make an arrangement to, you know, pay the camp host maybe to go stay at one of the tent sites and get all our water, whatnot. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm like not really excited about the idea of walking 0.7 to the nature center, which is closed, to wander around a campground. It's all full hookup sites. They're expensive. The tent camping is at Ironwood, which is north of the trailhead staging area. It's a mile off trail or so that's annoying. Oh my guys, there's so many great spaces in here where we could camp. I mean, there's a wash. That would be fine. You know, there's all kinds of great places here to wild camp, but if you don't have a permit, which we do not, you can't camp. So you're supposed to camp in the designated spots. And anyway, we'll see what we can do. Okay, so we're at the trailhead staging area. This is pretty big. Oh my goodness, they have bathrooms. I see a vehicle back here. It's probably the host. Hopefully we're not disturbing too much. It is dinner time. Got drinking fountains here though, which is nice, not having to go all the way to the nature center to get water. Hopefully the drinking fountains are on. All right, let's see what we can see. Nice sunset. Oh, but that also means that we are not going to make it to the Ironwood Campground before it's dark. We went to hang out in the trailhead area and the hosts were clearly there. They had their doors open and everything and nobody came outside, so that's inconvenient. We don't have really a clue about what to do. Since we aren't going to make it to the Ironwood Campground before dark, I think probably we're just going to end up camping here in a wash. We can deal tomorrow with paying for a tent site and get water here at the trailhead staging area tomorrow morning, and then not have to go off trail at all before we pack it on out of this park in the morning.